All right, let's take a look at our exporting BIM data little activity. So the first thing we're going to do, I've opened the file. It's called Export Design Data Start File, and it opens up in the 3D view, which is fine. I see it. It's kind of similar to what we just used before. And now there's a few extra things. So I'm going to go down and check. I see that these levels are all still here, like I saw before. And here's my existing and my stem wall. Oh, look at that. It's got some, it's like, that's really showing some interesting stuff. It's showing a lot of the timber. And here's the floor on the stem wall. And here's my exterior. So that's kind of some interesting stuff. I can pick and choose on those types of things. I've got my sections still that look like they're of interest. And now look, there's a lot more schedules in here. I have a floor material takeoff that tells me what my floor seems to be made out of, and a roof material takeoff that tells me what my roofing is made of and how big it is, and an actual roof schedule. It's just a basic generic roof. Okay, so that's cool. And a foundation structural schedule. Wow, it's got all sorts of different things on it. And this is the strip footings again, which we've sort of worked with already once before. Structural framing, material takeoff. Now it's telling me, a material takeoff tells me what it is and how much of it. And then this has a material area. So I think I might need more information on this. We'll be back to this one, but it says it's made out of 2x10s. And subdivisions are on here. No subdivisions. Topo solids. Got my existing, new, and my compacted pad. And a wall schedule. And I recall seeing this one before where we had the stem walls and the regular walls. Okay, so we're going to use this to do some work. That's what's in there. And the first thing we want to do is go to all these schedules and get rid of the square feet in the area. Get rid of the units and put them up here. So I'll do this one first. That's going to be under formatting. You can get to any of these fields, but when you're clicked in it, you've got fields, filter, sorting, grouping, formatting. If you go straight to formatting, this comes up, and the area needs to change the format of the area field. That's what field format means. And I'm going to uncheck project settings and put none. And then in my heading, I'm going to put the square feet. So you'll do that for every single one of these in here that has something like that. This one has to get rid of square feet. This one has to get rid of cubic feet. I'll do this one again, and then the rest are up to you to go through and get all of the square feet and cubic feet and board feet up into the areas. So it's under formatting, area. I'm going to write square feet up in the top. Go to the field format, uncheck use project settings, and change square feet to none. That one worked out, and I'll do the same thing with net cut and fill. Net cut and fill, cubic feet, field format, uncheck, use none. So you'll go through each and every one of these and do that. Then there's a few that we want to add formula to. So we need to know in the structural foundation schedule. No, that's not structural framing material. Here it is. We don't order necessarily um, um, specific pieces of lumber. We order a quantity of board feet. So I want to add board feet. So that's in fields. And it's not in here. Board feet isn't in here. So I have to create one. That's this f of x. Make a formula. And the name is going to be board feet. It's a formula and it's a number. And it happens to be 2 times 10 times the cut length. So 2 times 10 times, now I have to go find cut length. There it is, cut length. And that should be a length is y. So let's make it, it's in a number. Let's change that one to a length and just see. There it is. And it's really not a length, but that's what it said it would be. And there we go. Okay, so 2 times 10 times a 20-foot cut length is a little bit more than that. So that's our board feet. Cool. That's kind of interesting. But that's for a 20-foot long cut length. Okay, and the cut length went away. Cut length was in there, but it sort of went away. Okay, so you're going to put that one in. For the floor costing, that's probably going to be in the floor material takeoff. Area times cost per square foot. So I have to look up the cost per square foot. So I'm gonna open up Google Bard, my Google Chat. Here it is, and I'm gonna say, what is the cost per square foot for? And now I got to remember what it was for. Plywood sheathing. Let's see what that says for sheathing. And we might as well say around Sacramento, and it'll give me an estimate. 4x8 sheets, and we'll probably be doing this half inch, so we would say cost per square foot is between 78 and 84, so I'm going to call it 80 cents per square foot. So here we're going to have, if we go into the fields, I'm going to make a new one, which is cost per square foot, and it's a number, and it's just going to be 0.80. And let's see if that's a currency. And then I can make another one that is my total cost. I'll just say cost, and that's going to be a currency also. And what is it going to be? It's going to be area times cost per square foot. There we go. Inconsistent units. So let's see what it wants it to be. Maybe it wants it to be a number. Not sure what they want this one to be. This is a little bit kind of a pain right here. Oh, this other one was a cost per area. That's why. Okay, so let's come back over here. Cancel, close, cancel. And this one, I'm going to edit it. I'm going to have to get rid of it. There we go. Let's try a new one. Cost per square foot. And it's going to be a cost per area. 0.80. That's in dollars. That's cool. And now if I make another one, hopefully this one will be cost. And it's going to be hopefully a currency or a cost or something like that. And it's going to equal the area times cost per area, cost per square foot. Let's see if that one made it. There it goes. Now it's in there. Cool. There we go. And these would each get its own one. So you might be able to change different ones of these, but we're just going to say they're all going to be kind of like that. I just want to show you how to get these costs. This is done much better in your spreadsheet, but this will get the formulas set up for you so that you can change them quite easily, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, and then after we do that, we do the same thing for the roof and export each schedule. So it's going to take you a little while, but when you're in a schedule, right, file, think, export, hit the little down arrow, reports, schedule, and it's going to do the one that's highlighted over here. And I'll just put it right here for right now, CSV, there we go. And so you're going to do that for each and every one, and that's your step one of your export BIM data.